Dr. Dwivedi. Thanks a lot for that brief introduction. At the outset, it's a matter of great privilege for me also to be here and to share my experience with all of you. Post-lunch sessions are always really, it's very difficult. So I just want the audience to be a little bit interactive with me so that both of us are not feeling drowsy and sleepy. Very good afternoon to all of you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Coming from Gulf region and spending a lot of time there, and especially in UAE and Qatar and Saudi Arabia, I have a lot of things to share. Since morning we have been discussing about a very important topic, which is how can we have a sustainable nation through education. And just before this session, there was, of course, a very interesting topic on, very insightful, on assessment. I might be talking from a different perspective, but definitely I'm going to touch upon some of the macro factors. We are focusing on education, but education is also linked with the environment. Education is also linked with the country's resources, and education is also linked with what are the demands of the university, demands of the industries. So I'm going to touch upon those factors. I have taken a topic, talent scenario in the Gulf, challenges and opportunities. The reason to take this is since last 3 years we have been engaged heavily with Ministry of Higher Education in UAE, and we are working with them on a project which is from education to employment. So what we are doing there, we are trying to identify the talent gap. And there are a lot of challenges in the Gulf region, contrary to a very well established and very good education system in India. The Gulf region is little immature, I should say, at this stage. And there was someone from Oman, if the lady is still present here, Alka, right? Yeah. So she might probably be, she might share the same experience what I am having. But she's from medical school. It's a very good medical school. I'm from UAE, and the country's culture are same, but yet it's unique in its own perspective. Let me take you further. Before I start, how many of you have been to any of the one country in the Gulf? Can we raise hand? Wonderful, many of you. How many of you have been to UAE? Good. And how many of you have been to Dubai? That's the maximum. It's a fascinating place. I'm going to talk about some of the points which are, of course, from education to employment. We will see some of the trends which are there. What are the recruitment trends? Because that also affects, like, these are the recruitment trends. Now, for Indian population sitting in this august auditorium, for them it should be very interesting because the demography in UAE is 44% is Indian. So it's like we are living in India with more high quality of life. So you can tell your students that what are the recruitment trends, what are the salaries, which sectors are having better salary. So that might be very insightful for you. I hope so. We will also discuss some of the outlook for 2016. We have finished first quarter. Remaining we will see how it goes. And of course some of the country highlights of all the GCC countries. And at the end, the challenges. I'm not saying problems, I'm saying challenges because I'm sure we are able to meet those challenges in future. Let me start with a basic question. Across the world, the basic question is that if we look at our youth, what they lack, they are highly aspirant. They want highly disposable income, which they are having actually. I remember I started probably, my first salary was around 900 rupees. So when I tell these things to my children who are in university and one of them working, of course, they are surprised because their entry in the market is with 45,000, 50,000 INR, Indian rupees. So it's very interesting to note that currently, especially if you are in trading, if you are into marketing, you are getting really highly disposable income. But what is missing is the soft skills. What is missing is the tolerance. What is missing, they are not able to adapt to a very ambiguous situation, let us say. They are very reactive. So I just came up with this question that we cannot eliminate to think about the vital elements, which is leadership, hard work, perseverance, which is really, really lacking in the youth. Character building, again, a very important question. Even the Indian society is in transition. So the value system in India also, I can see that it is really, really affected. We don't have answers to many of the questions. I remember over time that we were not able to argue with our parents. Now the children are sitting across the table and they are arguing, and you have to answer their question. You have to justify, you have to present the logic. But then they are highly curious, fine, but still inventiveness, passion is missing. These are some of the skills which are required in the youth to make the nation very sustainable.